Oh, yeah. Pretty disheartening and pretty disappointing weekend for us. I think it's okay to be factual about some stuff. I thought we did not prep this group well enough for this weekend. That starts with me as being a head coach. I take full responsibility of that. And then I think that we were out of rhythm and we just were not ourselves this weekend. And it showed, and we got exposed pretty badly, in my opinion. So it is what it is. Give all the credit to Purdue. They did a really nice job. They're, again, 11-2, and Indiana the night before was 12-1. Clearly, those teams are doing some really good things. So we've got to regroup and figure it out. We'll get a day off, get back in, and get after it, and figure this thing out. And that's just the way it is. But to call out myself, my staff, and my team, there's no more excuses for any of this stuff. And I'm not gonna, we're going to be adults in this, and we're going to be professionals, and we're going to get this thing going.
All right, start off the questions. I have two things. One, quickly for background, what is Pacifica Night? I believe that it's honoring Pacific Islander heritage, of which I also believe Doña Faumuina is part of. And second of all, this is the first time you guys have lost two straight, second time you've gotten swept. You lost to the quick Indiana offense, then the really defensive-minded Purdue team here. I know that aggression is a big part of this team's identity, but is it a winning one?
Is ours a winning one?
Is the idea of aggression through blocks and through serves, do you think that can help you, win games as it is?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Hi, Adriana Brady with Annenberg Media. Despite today's loss, what is the message that you're going to leave with the team after these two games as you head in to take on UCLA and Oregon next week?
I'll process it tonight and tomorrow, and then we'll make sure that we get the message out to the team on Monday. And it's a short week. I think we play on Thursday versus Oregon, so we've got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're gonna get after it.
Hi, Coach and team. I'm Emily Nichols with Sports Radio America. Coach, yesterday you mentioned the team struggled with reacting to the ball and they moved one step behind. How do you think the team did with responding and anticipating tonight? And what do you think has changed from yesterday and today?
I thought we fought a little bit harder tonight. I think there was some attitude in a good way on our side, so we reacted a little bit better. I just think that we were I thought we looked tired and lethargic this whole weekend. I thought we were just one step behind the whole weekend. So, yeah.
I have a question for Gala. Despite tonight's loss, what was working for the team tonight that you didn't see in yesterday's match against Indiana?
I think there was a pretty valiant effort to have better body language and energy. I think obviously after a game like yesterday, you could respond and feel defeated. And I think, coming into today against a number 13 Purdue team that's really strong, we could have chosen to be Debbie Downers and go in kind of mellow. And I think that we worked really hard from an energy standpoint and a body language standpoint. We're a pretty young team, so for a lot of girls, this is the first time they've been in this situation. So I think it was big for us to see how we respond in that. Obviously, it didn't go the way that we wanted, technique-wise, volleyball-wise, but I think there was serious, intention with energy and with mindset to be better teammates and be a better team. And I think we're leaving today a much more cohesive team than we left yesterday, and I think that's huge moving forward.
I know Coach Keller has mentioned the Big Ten is really here in terms of volleyball. How do you guys feel going into the Oregon and UCLA games? Is it stress? Is it just ready to get these games in one ear out the other?
I think it's just hungry for a win. I mean, at this point, we've realized the Big Ten is no joke. I don't think rankings mean anything. I don't think records mean anything. I think when you get to Big Ten play, anyone can beat anyone, and it's whoever wants it more that night. And so, like Brad was saying, it's a short week. We don't have time to really sulk and whatever. The preparation starts tomorrow with our day off, what we choose to do and how we choose to practice next week. And I think, we got to take what we did this weekend, take the good things, learn from the bad things, and move on and be hungry against Oregon, be hungry against UCLA. No team's going to hold back on us. And if, we want to make it far. We got to move on quick and we have to respond well. So I think we're going to respond with hunger and not stress. I don't think we play well under stress. And so that's definitely what this team's going to focus on, is how we can respond with a little chip on our shoulder and get hungry for the next games.
And what do you think the team will work on as you prepare to play University of Oregon on the 9th?
Definitely defense. I think we're going to kind of emphasize the discipline on defense a lot this week, more than we have in the past. And I think just continuing with energy, body language, and staying disciplined with that too. And
Yeah. Also just focus.
yeah.
You can never be too focused, I think, going in, especially to a short week. So we don't have a lot of time to, again, like I said, sulk and think about this weekend. We got to move on quick and focus on the few practices that we get before we play.
Yeah, and it's not the end of the world. We just had 2 bad losses.
Yeah.
Every match is an opportunity. We get to do this. So let's get better this next week, which we're going to do. We have some things to work on. We got to hit higher than 162. We got to dig more balls than 33. We got to block more than 5 balls. I mean, these are things that are in our control, and we can work on and become better. That's mindset and attitude, and we have the athletes to do that and the coaching staff to do that. So it's not stress. It's determination and opportunity is what I would say.